Hey everyone, welcome back. So my name's Dratlow44. Gonna be basically covering some interesting facts about Season 6 and things such as time to kill. Now, something I did want to go into just quickly is how many times you can open up a loot bin and find absolutely nothing. Yes, 3 of them. And also that Octane has the most elongated arms and the best punch ever, because he punched me off a cliff. Yeah, he needs a nerf. Clearly needs a nerf. No buffing. Nerf him. And I'll be talking about that in my next video. Anyway, before I get into it, do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. No, the real content for the video, of course, as it will be titled, is to do with energy weapons and talking about why they need a bit of adjustment, I think, to make this season more successful. Now, realistically, I have, as I've said in previous videos, found this season particularly tough. The time to kill is very short. Guns absolutely melt. And, you know, there's a lot of guns that are meta now that weren't before, which is all good. You know, I don't mind having variation in regards to a Battle Royale game, picking up most weapons and feeling like it's viable. Like the Flatline, the R301 feel really good. That is quite nice. So, you know, in that respect, I do quite appreciate that and think to myself, well, hey, you know, it could have been worse. I think where the biggest element of change that's needed is, of course, energy weapons. Now, you saw in the background how quickly I was able to melt a Pathfinder, and how I was able to use the Vault and then switch out to the Hemlock to finish him off. All great combos, and I'll be going through an Octane buff or rework in a video, and also weapon combinations at some point in the future as well. But there are a couple of other factors that I wanted to kind of go into in Season 6, and it's kind of all falls into one. So basically, you've got Rampart. Now, she is a new legend, she's quirky, she's supposed to be matching Mirage for sort of humour, adds a bit of a dimension to the game. Some people find her extra annoying, some people find her fine. I don't mind her personally that much, but I think that where the character really falls into is how much you can kind of get an extra weapons boost, which is like called sort of like amped cover. Something actually ironically taken from Titanfall 2. You can amp your weapons and gain an extra like weapon boost. This is actually done behind cover. So they've not taken an original idea or created a brand new idea. They've taken it from Titanfall 2 and then kind of added it into a barricade. And I think this is where the problem lies. Now, something I wanted to cover is, of course, how quickly each weapon, you know, can destroy. We all know that the Vault is the second highest time to kill weapon in the game, only falls behind the R99, which is a care package weapon, and realistically the Vault is much more common. It's got great stability, great range, damage is insane, and this is kind of what I wanted to mention. Now, all of my sort of footage in the background is all going to be showcasing mainly energy weapons and how quick they can destroy. But there are some numbers that I also wanted to cover with you, and this is just kind of where the problem lies, and kind of go through that. And I think this is where they need to look at and kind of say, right, this is the main issue. Time to kill might be actually not so bad if they tone the energy weapons down a bit, and I think that is where, looking at now realistically, that could be an option. I mean, don't get me wrong, personally, I'd still rather the shields be the way that they were, but you can see in the background, I mean, okay, Rampart has got a minigun, she's got cover, my friend is playing really well in the fact that he's boosting up the cover, keeping me guarded from that side. People didn't push from behind, I guess they were scared that, of course, that we would kill them, and it gave me time to sort of like heal up and things, which is really useful. So in that way, she's a very useful character, but energy weapons remain a very big problem. Now, something that I thought would be worth mentioning is the amount of damage. So, an L-Star. Now, the L-Star in previous seasons hasn't been all that great, but now I feel like it is a lot stronger. It's not the strongest gun by any means, but of course if you're using it with Rampart, you're getting that extra cooldown if you overcharge it. The damage it can do is ridiculous, and of course you can sort of see now it's got 36 head as a damage, 18 body and 14 leg. The Vault has 24 head, 16 body and 13 leg, and you can see in the background there the devotion is insane. It's got 32 damage a headshot, 16 body and 12 leg. Now, the reason I'm mentioning leg is just in case for any reason you don't hit the main part of the body. I know that's obviously not what you're going to aim for, but, you know, it's worth knowing that that is still, you know, a reasonable amount of damage if you were to hit that section. The Havoc has got 36 headshot damage, 18 body damage, and 14 leg. Again, these are really high damages. The lowest is the Volt with 24 head damage. I mean, straight away, I'm sort of kind of, struggling a little bit to understand how these damages are so high. And this isn't even behind any amped cover, which gives a weapon boost. Okay, so let's give you those figures behind amped cover. So starting with the Volt, 29 head damage instead of 24, that's an extra 5 points. 19 body damage, so an extra sort of 3 points. And then kind of 15 leg, which is an extra 2 points, so not so much there. The Devotion then goes up from 32 head up to 38. 19 body damage from 16 and 14 sort of like leg damage from 12. So again, not so much on the leg, but you're not really aiming for that particularly. The Havoc goes up to 44 head damage, which is insane, from 36. 22 body damage and 17 leg. I mean, if you are using a Havoc with a turbocharger and basically you're behind amp cover or even without, the damage is absolutely insane, and you're going to melt people. The L-Star is exactly the same damage as the Havoc, except for it does 18 leg instead of 17. So, I mean, you can see the problems right here, can't you? I mean, the damage numbers are really, really high. Energy ammo is quite abundant. Energy weapons are quite easy to find. And you can kind of see that these things destroy. And it doesn't matter what colour shield you have. I mean, if you've got purple, and this is, literally, if you've got purple, if you've got white, blue, you are going to die very, very quickly. Now, I then did some testing. Now, this is, just to sort of give you an idea, this is basically if an enemy has full red shield. So, bear in mind that the numbers I'll be giving are based on full red shield, full health. So naturally, if they have lower shield or not max health or anything like that, the number of bullets is going to be different. So using the Havoc for an example. So the Havoc takes 11 body shots to down someone with full red shield and full health. If they're behind amped cover, it brings the body shot bullets needed down to 9. Now, if you hit 2 headshots in that, then you're only going to need 5 body shots if you're hiding behind amped cover. And if you're not behind amped cover, so you're out in the open, then you need 2 headshots and 7 body shots, or 5 headshots. And again, like I say, that's full red shield and full health. So you can sort of see straight away, I mean, like, that is absolutely insane. And that's just an example. So you can kind of get the idea that, sometimes you are literally, you're out in the open, you don't really see it coming, suddenly someone shoots you. I know in this clip just now I missed my shots and that was awful, but the guy comes round, I hit my headshots, and I down that guy super, super quickly. Second guy comes along, again, hit him. The firing from the hip with the Volt is amazing. You can literally just absolutely destroy people, and it downs literally 2 of them very, very fast. But you can see the issue. That's not even with an extended heavy mag, or energy mag, should I say. That is literally just full purple shield, see you later, bye. And it's a problem. So yeah, I mean, I feel like, they need to reduce the damage numbers that energy weapons have. I think they need to reduce the drop rates of the guns. And I feel like they need to reduce the energy ammo that's available so that it is a rarer bullet or ammo or whatever to pick up. Because, okay, I mean, one big thing with the energy weapons as well is it has the fastest projectile speed, which is a big thing. So although each kind of weapon has a different effect, like heavy will slow most enemies except for Gibraltar and Caustic, one of the big things is that, of course, when you fire with a Volt or a Havoc or a Devotion, you can aim straight at them and there's no kind of delay before the bullets start hitting. There might be with a bit of time before it ramps up in the case of the Devotion and the Havoc if no turbocharger, but do you see what I mean? Whereas the others, you have to kind of almost sometimes pre-fire it a little bit to hit your target. You have to almost preempt where they're going to go and start firing in that direction. So there are lots and lots of things that I think, do need to be looked at. I do think there are other issues with, this season. The time to kill in general is kind of a bit of a pain. However, I think the energy weapons really do not help it. Now, I realise that, of course, they brought in a new weapon. They didn't bring out one in Season 5, so they wanted to make it really, really exciting and very much used and all those things, and I don't blame them. They wanted to give all the gamers that play Apex Legends a lot of content at once, and they kind of wanted them to say, look, we are sorry for Season 5 not being as maybe packed and action packed because of course COVID. They wanted to make sure that they're really doing that. Now that's fine. I think that is commendable, and it's nice that they are trying to keep things entertaining, different, mixed up, and all those things. But there is a certain limit where you've got to say, did this really get past quality control? Now, of course, I realise, like with like a gameplay team, like devs and whatever, they're not going to see some of the issues that they would, or you would in a normal match, and that's fine. I respect that, and as long as they look at this and they look at sort of things and say, right, okay, maybe we need to tone down these damage numbers. That's what they need to do. It needs to be the damage numbers. Energy ammo should not be doing insane damage where they are literally destroying people within a very short time. I mean, don't get me wrong, G7 Scout, 4 shots, purple shield that guy had, I downed him, and that didn't even look hard. Now, although the time to kill increase does improve the use of cover and the movement and things like that, I've also been playing Titanfall 2, which I hadn't before, and I did a video also about it. So, I mean, again, if you haven't seen it, wanted to check out Titanfall 2, it's a actually really cool game, really well made. I'll link the video below in case you're interested on that one. But as regards to sort of like Apex Legends, I love this game. I think it's great. And I think it is definitely a game that's got a lot of potential, a lot of lore, a lot of excellent things with the characters and stuff. Yes, there's a few adjustments that need to be made with characters. There's a few characters that are so strong, and some characters that are so left behind that they do absolutely nothing. Octane, Mirage, Loba. I mean, those ones. But you see what I mean, though. There is kind of a situation where you want the game to be enjoyable, you want it to be fun, you want to actually log in and play it, and I feel that, if they're going to lower the time to kill, that's fine. I can see why they've done it. They've added Evo shields. I guess it is quite interesting, but they need to clearly look at the energy weapon problem and say, is a second for a Volt that's common as hell with the extended mag, or even without one, is that a good thing for the game? Is it good that the audio is so terrible that in this game you can't always hear footsteps and things like that? So yeah, I mean, I think that is the main bulk of what I wanted to say. I feel that energy weapons is ridiculous. I feel that amped cover, I don't mind the damage boost that amped cover gives if they lower the numbers, of course, of the energy weapons in general, because that is kind of a benefit of that particular legend. I think that makes sense. However, normal damage is insane, let alone extra damage that you're gaining from being behind a barricade. Absolutely crazy. So I mean, I think that is the main bulk of my video. If you did agree, if you did disagree, if you've got any comments, let me know. I'm always interested in having discussions, hearing feedback, ideas, anything like that would be absolutely fine. But otherwise, do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. If you liked the video, please, a like would really be appreciated. And if you did want to subscribe, that would be amazing. I try and post regular content, so that would be absolutely fantastic. But otherwise, that is it for me from this particular video. I shall see you in the next one. You take care. See ya. Bye.